making their customary grand entrance onto the field. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash, one team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Ward. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they... And they get back, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Motion from the offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
to throw. It's Ewers. Throws for the tight end. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Little touch pass to the receiver. Pass the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Ward. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Texas offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out. And
fires and picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions. Now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Trying to pound it in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Movement here from the tight end. On the run, it's Blue. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Quick completion on the out. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
That full throttle.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. On the move at the 30. Afterburner's coming. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snares it outside, it's held. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And it's no good. He missed it. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
7, Texas, 3.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's George.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Give to the running back. And the Canes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, make it just enough to keep the drive alive.
Looking downfield, it's Ward. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
He's taking the shot. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Martinez on the carry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass. It's Ward. He's going up top. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 14, Texas 10.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Bolden. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
With the catch, it's Bolden.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
unloads to the wideout. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. The aerial assault continues. On target to the left. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays, and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up in great field position.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. Got a lot of running room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Go to the end zone. It's picked off.
The 2-point attempt is No good. That keeps the score.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wants to throw on second down. Makes the grab. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coughlin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas, 16.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's going to pass. Unloads it downfield. Got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking to throw. Into the end. Yet.
Number 2.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just over 20 seconds to play, and they must recover this onside kick to have a chance. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Ward. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball.